Welcome to History of Businessmen, the channel where we explore the fascinating lives of the most influential figures in business history. And today, we're diving into the incredible story of John Davison Rockefeller, who was born on July 8, 1839, in Richford, New York, and a pivotal figure in American history, and is widely regarded as the wealthiest American of all time and one of the most influential individuals in the development of the modern corporation. As the founder of Standard Oil, Rockefeller not only revolutionized the oil industry, but also established practices that would define corporate America for decades. His life, spanning nearly a century, was marked by ambition, innovation, philanthropy, and controversy. But before we start this video, don't forget to hit that button and subscribe to History of Businessmen for more deep dives into the lives of business legends. Let's uncover how he rose to the top and changed the business world forever. Early life and education. Rockefeller was the second of 6 children, born to William Avery Rockefeller and Eliza Davison. His father, known as Big Bill, was a traveling salesman with a reputation for being shrewd and unorthodox. His mother, Eliza, was a devout Baptist who instilled a strong sense of discipline and thrift in her children. From an early age, Rockefeller displayed an aptitude for business and numbers. His family moved frequently, but by the time he was a teenager, they had settled in Cleveland, Ohio. Rockefeller attended Central High School in Cleveland and later took a 10-week business course at Folsom's Commercial College, where he learned bookkeeping, skills that would serve as the foundation for his future empire. Family life. In 1864, Rockefeller married Laura Celestia Seti Spellman, an Ohio native whose father was a prosperous merchant, politician, and abolitionist active in the Underground Railroad. Laura Rockefeller became the namesake of Spelman College, the historically black women's college in Atlanta, Georgia, that her husband helped finance. The Rockefellers went on to have 5 children, 4 daughters, 3 of whom survived to adulthood, and 1 son, John D. Rockefeller Jr., Edith Rockefeller McCormick, Elizabeth Rockefeller Strong, Alta Rockefeller Prentice, and Alice Rockefeller, who died when she was 13 months old. Laura's strong moral compass and dedication to social causes greatly influenced Rockefeller's philanthropy. The couple shared a deeply religious life, with Rockefeller regularly attending Baptist services and integrating his faith into his business and personal decisions. Rockefeller's personal life. In his personal life, Rockefeller was devoutly religious, a temperance advocate, and an avid golfer. He owned several residences, including homes in New York City, Lakewood, New Jersey, and Kykwit, a 3,000-acre estate near Tarrytown, New York. Despite his wealth, Rockefeller led a relatively modest life. He valued frugality and discipline, often recounting his humble beginnings as a source of motivation. In his later years, he spent much of his time at his estate in Pocantico Hills, New York, enjoying gardening and spending time with his family. The beginnings of Standard Oil. In 1865, Rockefeller borrowed money to buy out some of his partners and take control of a refinery, which had become the largest in Cleveland. Over the next few years, he acquired new partners and expanded his business interests in the growing oil industry. At the time, kerosene, derived from petroleum and used in lamps, was becoming an economic staple. The formation of Standard Oil. In 1870, Rockefeller formed the Standard Oil Company of Ohio, along with his younger brother William, 1841 to 1922, Henry Flagler, 1830 to 1913, and a group of other men. John Rockefeller was its president and largest shareholder. Standard Oil's expansion and monopoly. Standard Oil gained a monopoly in the oil industry by buying rival refineries and developing companies for distributing and marketing its products globally. In 1882, these various companies were combined into the Standard Oil Trust, which controlled around 90% of the nation's refineries and pipelines. To maximize economies of scale, Standard Oil built its own oil barrels and employed scientists to discover new uses for petroleum byproducts. Criticism and controversy surrounding Rockefeller. Rockefeller's enormous wealth and success made him a target of muckraking journalists, reform politicians, and others who criticized his methods as emblematic of corporate greed. The New York Times reported in 1937, he was accused of crushing out competition, getting rich on rebates from railroads, bribing men to spy on competing companies, of making secret agreements, of coercing rivals to join the Standard Oil Company under threat of being forced out of business, building up enormous fortunes on the ruins of other men, and so on. The Sherman Antitrust Act and the breakup of Standard Oil. In 1890, the U.S. Congress passed the Sherman Antitrust Act, the first federal legislation prohibiting trusts and combinations that restrain trade. 2 years later, the Ohio Supreme Court dissolved the Standard Oil Trust. Despite this, the businesses within the trust were formed as part of Standard Oil of New Jersey, functioning as a holding company. However, in 1911, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that Standard Oil of New Jersey violated antitrust laws, forcing its dismantling into more than 30 individual companies. Philanthropy and final years. Rockefeller retired from the day-to-day operations of Standard Oil in the mid-1990s. Inspired in part by fellow Gilded Age tycoon Andrew Carnegie, Rockefeller became a prominent philanthropist, donating over $500 million to educational, religious, and scientific causes through the Rockefeller Foundation. He believed in the principle of stewardship, that the wealthy had a responsibility to use their resources for the greater good. His philanthropic endeavors were transformative and continue to impact society today. His contributions included education. Rockefeller's contributions to education were immense. He founded the University of Chicago in 1890, transforming it into one of the world's leading academic institutions. He also established Rockefeller University in New York, which became a pioneer in medical research. Medical research. Rockefeller's commitment to public health led to the creation of the Rockefeller Foundation in 1913. The foundation funded medical research, eradication campaigns for diseases like hookworm and yellow fever, and the establishment of public health systems worldwide. Arts and culture. Rockefeller also supported cultural initiatives, contributing to institutions such as the Museum of Modern Art, MoMA, in New York. His support helped elevate the arts as an integral part of American culture. His offspring have continued his philanthropy. The Rockefeller family became synonymous with wealth, philanthropy, and influence. His descendants have continued his philanthropic work, supporting causes ranging from environmental conservation to social justice. Legacy and death. Rockefeller passed away at 97 on May 23, 1937, at the Casements, his winter home in Ormond Beach, Florida. He was buried at Lakeview Cemetery in Cleveland. His death marked the end of an era but left a legacy that continues to shape the modern world. The institutions he founded, the companies he built, and the philanthropic initiatives he championed have had a profound and lasting impact. Rockefeller's life is a testament to the power of ambition and vision. While his methods were often controversial, his ability to transform an industry and leverage his wealth for societal benefit remains unparalleled. He serves as both a symbol of the opportunities and the excesses of capitalism, offering lessons on the responsibilities that come with great power and wealth. From founding Standard Oil to becoming one of the most generous philanthropists in history, John D. Rockefeller's journey was anything but ordinary. His impact on business, industry, and even charitable giving can still be felt today. If you enjoyed learning about Rockefeller's life and his lasting influence, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to History of Businessmen for more inspiring stories of iconic entrepreneurs. Let us know in the comments who you'd like us to feature next. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep chasing your dreams.